Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a video for you about the pros and cons of being a Division I athlete, and before I start I just want to make it very clear that I am so thankful for the opportunity I've been given to play Division I field hockey at an amazing university, and I'm so thankful for my coaches and all my teammates. It's really been an amazing experience, and I'm only a freshman, so I still have 3 more years, but I wrote down a list of pros and cons last night because I was just thinking, I was like, so many people want to be Division I athletes and they don't even know all the hard work it takes, but I've noticed that the pros obviously outweigh the cons, and that's why I'm still doing it. So yeah, I just hope that this video will help other young athletes who are in high school in the recruiting process just figure out where their spot is, because some people just it's not for them, and people notice that every day. People are always quitting, people are always trying to make it to the next levels. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I thought I would start out with the cons because then you can see how the pros kind of outweigh the cons, and there aren't as many cons as there are pros. So the first one that my friend Caroline sent in was not being able to have a normal college experience. And to pretty much explain further on that is you don't have as many opportunities to, go to functions hosted by the school. You might miss out on fraternity parties or rushing for sororities, and you don't get to do those kinds of things. You also miss out on a lot of opportunities to hang out with friends, and for me, I have really bad FOMO, so it's hard when you see your friends going to the pool or going on hikes and just hanging out, being able to do other things when all you're doing is training, it seems like. And if you do decide to hang out with friends, you're probably missing out on meal time or rehab time. Just sleep, because sleep is such a big priority when you're a Division I athlete, or any kind of athlete. Sleep is such a big priority. And if you are hanging out with friends late at night or something, you're probably missing the sleep that your body actually needs. Then my friend Stuart said time, which is kind of the same thing. You have to manage your time properly to get your studies in, your training in, your rehab in, meeting with coaches, again, making sure you're sleeping, making sure you're eating right. It's really hard to balance it all. And that's something that when I first came in, I was like, oh, I got this. High school was a breeze. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, but then it's to a different level when you get to college, obviously. And then my friend Allison said chronic anxiety, which is so true. For me, I ended up having to go see, disclaimer, not everybody does this, but a lot of athletes do, so I can relate to you. I go see my counselor, my sports counselor, because I'm just always stressed out, and you do have so much pressure on you when you are an athlete, because you're performing, you're trying to earn money to go to this school. You are there to play a sport. I know you're there to get an education, and that's very important, but when you're trying to win money, earn a scholarship, then you need to be performing at your best. Another con is that you also can get injured. It's so likely for athletes to get injured, especially competing at the level that I'm competing at. I remember at the beginning of my freshman year, my preseason, I really hurt my groin. I didn't mess it up too bad. It was just really sore all the time because my body had not been pushed to the limits that it was pushed during preseason. So thankfully I didn't miss any games or anything, but it was still really hard to train. And again, that just takes up more of your time because you're going to rehab before practice, in the morning, after practice, you're always just trying to make sure that your body is properly functioning. And other girls and guys will tear their ACLs, hurt their rotator cuffs, hurt their backs. In my sport, it's so common for your back to get messed up, and that's what happened to me during spring, where I had a bulging disc, and there's nothing that you can do about it, really. It's literally, I looked it up after talking to my doctor, and it's literally happens to old people, so it's it just happens. Another con would be missing class, and a lot of people would think that, oh my gosh, you get to skip school all the time, that's so nice. But for me, I stress about school so much, and when I'm missing class, I can't learn. I need to be able to hear the teacher, I need to be able to take notes, I need to be able to see what we're learning. So when I'm trying to do online class on the road, or I'm trying to just catch up on notes and stuff, make up quizzes, it's really stressful. And again, if you're on academic scholarship, you need to be maintaining the right GPA, and athletes also need to keep a GPA, a certain GPA, so that you can play. And so if you aren't a genius, you're gonna have to put in time to do well, and that again just adds another stressor into your life that can be really hard to deal with if you aren't used to it coming into college. I think it's time to move on to the pros, because that's pretty much all the cons, like time management, getting hurt, not having time for school, just always feeling like you need to be your best. So now we're gonna get on to the pros, which are so great, and I absolutely love it. So the first one that a lot of people don't know is that we get first priority when picking our classes. So at least in my university, we all have academic advisors, and each team has a certain advisor, and you go in a few weeks before registration opens for regular students, and you say like, these are all the classes I want to take, and they are able to tell you like, this is what you need for your degree plan. So they'll just sign you up right there, and you'll know like what you're taking way before anyone can even sign up for the classes that they want. So that's really nice. And they do this just to make sure that when you're in season, you aren't having a super heavy class load where you can't handle it at all. Like, again, it's gonna be hard, but you'll be able to handle it. And okay, then this leads to my second one, is we have tutors. So we are given tutors every night at our athletic center, and we can just go in and they'll help us with our work. They don't do the work for us. Like, I want to make that very clear, because a lot of people are like, oh, athletes just have their work done for them. At least in my situation, that's not what happens. They just pretty much go over exactly what you need. I know I went in a lot for writing English papers, and then I had a big psychology project, and basically they just dive deeper into the instructions, and they really plan it out perfectly for you. And just, they're another resource that you can use to make sure that your grades aren't falling and you can perform well in school. Another resource that we're given is nutritionist, which is so like way cooler than you think. For me, I eat terribly and I also sleep terribly, so I was sent to the nutritionist in the fall to just go over like why I'm not sleeping well, and a lot of that was affected by what I was eating really late at night. So when I was able to figure that out and I was able to make a nightly routine, I just flourished in my sleep, and now I can sleep so well. So that's something that I'm so thankful for. And then another resource would be our athletic trainers, which are, at Liberty, we just have the best trainers, and we have so much equipment to help us. We do stem treatments, cupping treatments, ice baths, warm tubs, I don't know, hot tubs, whatever. We have like underwater treadmills to get back. We have anti-gravity running. We have everything that you could imagine we have, and it is awesome, and I'm so thankful that I have that. So when we do need to recover quickly, if we have a game on Saturday and then a game on Friday and a game on Sunday, then we only have Saturday to recover, and we still need to be at our best on Sunday. So everything we're given is just there to help us and improve how we're performing. So I'm just very thankful for that. Another pro about being a Division I athlete is having a built-in family. So you are around these girls or guys 24/7, it feels like. You are always training with them, getting lunch with them, having class with them, traveling with them, staying in hotels with them, doing rehab with them. And for me, I live with my teammates. So it is just awesome to be able to like have that bond as soon as you get to school. You don't have to worry about making more friends, because you know you'll always have girls who have your back. Another pro would be traveling. And for me, I traveled when I was in high school, but it was never crazy places. It was usually just up and down the East Coast, and I went to California once. So being able to come to Liberty and get the chance to go to different places is so awesome. Okay, so the final pro I'm going to talk about is the free gear that we get. And this is what most people think about when they're like, oh, I want to be a Division I athlete. I want to get all the free gear. I want t-shirts, pennies, shorts, tank tops, sneakers, whatever, sticks, cleats, anything that you can imagine, we're provided. We get new duffel bags, backpacks, parkas, rain jackets, everything. Okay, so I hope that wraps up the video. There are tons of pros and cons on both sides that I'm probably just forgetting about, so if you can think of more, comment below. And I hope that this helps people in the recruiting process. Becoming a Division I athlete is a strenuous process, and it doesn't get easier when you get there, so I just hope that you guys have the best of luck choosing your schools. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye!